Welcome back, everyone. Going over another trip that we went to McKay's and did some trading, and going to show you kind of what we got. And in saying that, I don't have a before video to show you what I took in, but I took in a lot of 45s, probably 60 or 70 45s, and then I took in a bunch of cassettes, probably a good 100 cassettes. But in saying that, on this run, they didn't hardly take any cassettes, and they took all of the 45s except 3 of them. But in saying this, I'll show you. So for what they did take, as you can see, I only got $11.18. So the 45s aren't worth a lot, but if you do go to McKay's, they're normally about 25 cents a piece that they resell them for. So I figured I wouldn't get much for them, but right now they're really running hard on buying CDs. So I guess they've got either an overstock or they just didn't like what I had, even though I did have some pop, but I had some more popular 80s and 90s country and CDs and some other things. But so there was some pop, a little bit of rock and country, but they weren't having as far as CDs. So, but they did take the 45s, the singles. So like I say, for that I got $11.18. But in turn, I went and got a bunch of records. So here, if you can see it, I got $32.30. Normally I end up buying less, so I get some trade back than as far as what I got. So in my previous trades, I had some vouchers left over, so not a big deal. I used it because I wanted to save this to show you what I got. But normally I come out better. This time I actually spent more. So in this run I only got like $11 and I spent like $30, but that's okay. I still had a surplus of credit. But just to show you what we got here, I got the Rascals, their record back from the 60s. It's called C. So, but it's in great condition. That's what I like about as far as not Second and Charles. I do go to Second Charles a lot, but McKay's, I apologize if I've said Second and Charles even earlier in the video, but McKay's here in Tennessee. But everybody could see from the vouchers, McKay's. But I love their prices. Normally I stay in that under $3, $2.95. So sometimes I go over, but it's rare. But I've really got to like the record. But here we got Moonlight Feels Right. Everybody's probably heard that from the band Starbuck. I got a Jackson Browne, Lawyer in Love from the 80s. That was another one, like I say, kind of maxing out what I got. Like I say, everything's in great shape. I always open them, kind of look at the record and see what's going on with them. Eric Gales, if anybody's familiar with his guitar playing, is a phenomenal guitar player. This one is, if anybody's in a Mahogany Rush and Frank Marino, you'll know about him. He's another Canadian, so almost like Rush. But this one says that it's for promotional purposes. But this is their live, and of course it did have here for radio play here. I thought this would be fun. So this is super pop, rock, and soul. But it had quite a few things on it. You'd have to open it up, but they are all there. There's like 5 records in there for that deal. And so $2.95, and you've got a lot of popular songs for that. So British rock, $1.95. So as you can see, what's on there, you got a lot of great stuff. You got Layla, you got Black Magic Woman, you got that Mongo Jerry, that Summertime song, all kinds of good stuff in there. So if anybody's into British rock, that was a great one. I do have a few Fog hats, so I was just kind of collecting Fog hat. Then they're kind of under $3 range. Boss Skags. So probably the most famous one of this one's probably Low Down. If anybody's heard of one of course, Lido Shuffle. So Low Down and Lido Shuffle. On this one, John Waite. So anybody likes Missing You, stuff like that. And of course he had a lot of other things as far as the Babies and then he was with bad English and stuff like that. I lost my place, but that's okay. Jefferson Starship. Now this is Jefferson Starship Gold. So this actually had a couple of different other albums in it I thought was neat. So just looking at that, see you've got 3 different kind of greatest hits. So it's like a little mini greatest hits that's in this. Oh, I'm sorry, 4 albums. So yeah, so it's like a mini greatest hits, but I thought it was pretty neat. There you go. Starlight Vocal Band. And so you got that one here. And of course the biggest one on this is Afternoon Delight from them. The J.D. Southers. And of course, Olivia Newton-John, famous, Let's Get Physical. Of course, this was a little fold-out album, too, of hers, but Let's Get Physical. Like I say, everything was in real great shape, and of course, there's that John Waite When I Lost My Place earlier. But like I say, everything here, $2.95 and under. And of course, when you do trades, there is no tax if you're using your credits. So whatever the price is you see added up on that, you know, that's what you're going to pay. But if anybody goes to McKay's, let us know how you like it. They got great stuff. The one here in Southern Tennessee, they just did a remodel. So if you haven't had a chance to come down here to Southern Tennessee, come and check it out. It's pretty neat. Used to be the records were all upstairs. It's a 2-story building. And now all the records are downstairs. So they've definitely moved a lot of stuff around. And so if you haven't been in a while, it's time to reassociate yourself. So, you know, there is some quirks with McKay's, but overall I'm very satisfied with them. Definitely I go to Second and Charles often also, and I will say compared, I like the experience and the selection and the price of McKay's items that they have a little bit better than Second and Charles. So let us know. Please leave comments, like, share, subscribe. We're going to continue to bring you new content to this channel. Anything that's pop culture and music related, we're going to bring it to you. So we thank you, and we'll keep bringing you more. And we appreciate it, and we will see you on the next one.